Luna Fetus, I found your email, which you seems sent me 4 a.m. at night. Yeah, were involved in the process, very good. And I'm going in this video to explain you how the Firebase works and what you can do, and what can you define and what cannot. So the very good thing about Firebase that it keeps your copy of the data you define it in the system inside your application automatically. We don't care how this magic happens. And what kind of data we can have, what I have now in my mind, what we need. So there is a way to keep the data. The only way for Firebase is to keep it in a form of the tree. So let's say we have some version as a root item. We have the version 0, the beginning version of the data structure, and inside the root we will have the list of the companies. It's a list, and every item of the list is the object which defines anything you want about the company. It can be videos, pictures, anything you want. So this object can be very big, maybe even megabytes. The magic will still work, but more data you have, more expensive for you it is. So you keep in mind, you don't put there something extra which nobody needs. Each companies will have their places, shops, yes. So inside this, each place can have its own promotions with their own data. So there are going to be can be a custom spins for even you have McDonald's. It's 3 different shops of McDonald's, and each place his own prices. Each promotion has its own settings, where you can define the time, the other anything you want, anything you define here will appear inside the application. Local notification will be generated on base of this data. So we have to speak this, we have to define this, and on user devices will happen the logic. You can now say anything you want. Okay, yes. So regarding the notifications, remote notifications, you have to know that all these notifications are always sent by Google, and Firebase is just like you have some email clients. Yes, when you send email, you send it to some server, and server sends to your recipients. The same happens here. You define any message on Firebase, it goes to Google, and Google sends notification to all the users which has your application. Also, you say you say that you worry about the validation of the code, and the idea of those guys, they say that you don't need the database to validate the coupons. Very nice. But the problem is you have the database, and this database is Firebase. So why you have to avoid using the databases? You already have it. I told you that we can easily validate the coupons and to add the barcode or even QR code scanner inside the application is not a problem. Why? They have the same, they say they have a fastest barcode scanner. Okay, we'll have absolutely the same, because it is the same library which use it in many applications. It covers 99% of the market, and I told you its name that time. That is that Xing. This is the name of the library, and everybody use it. So there are no need to invent the wheel. But your reason was at that time was that you don't want to make the sellers to perform extra job. So you think about this more and decide, or you want them to perform extra job, or you want them to avoid to do extra job, as you wish. But absolutely not a problem. If you want to use third parties, again, I don't mind. Simply consider that one thing, that you pay Firebase to keeping your data. After that, you decide that, oh no, I avoid to use the data, and I will pay additional things to avoid using the data to third parties. No logic, that's for me. So anyway, if you have still any question, you remember that you just can call me and we speak. The the good thing about this situation you have, the case, is that I also live on the same island, and you can just call me a local number. It's okay. Or maybe today or tomorrow I come to Limassol if you like.